Hello, welcome to another video, Winning Wall Street's Money. It's 2:30 p.m. New York time this Wednesday. So this is the last full trading week of the month. And we have 2 full days of the week left. Looking here at the weekly charts, each candle is a week. And since it's Wednesday, there's 2 full more days before this candle is complete. Looking here at the futures, Bitcoin. For the week, it made a higher high than last week, and it made a higher low than the low of last week. That's good. We also took out a swing high, this yellow horizontal line from so far back. As well, we're just shy of another swing high. But right now, for the week, we're much closer to the bottom of the trading range of the week than the high. Whoever it's been up here has been closing, taking profits. So would you want to be going long up here? Or if you're already in, have you taken your profits? Closed profit gains and taken profits. Let's look at the 30-year bonds, U.S. Treasuries. I've been bearish for some time. In the past 2 weeks, we've been below this consolidation area. Right now, we're struggling to close above the prior high. We'll have to see what happens by the end of the week. But right now, it's still doing the staircase pattern lower low. As bonds go lower, that puts pressures to raise the interest rates. US dollar index, yellow for the week. That means inside candle, indecision. We did not go above or below the prior week. I've been bearish the dollar, looking for short opportunities every time it bounces. So we'll see what happens by the end of this week. Does it form another inside candle, or does it break below this one and continue going lower? Looking at commodities, crude oil, as well. I've been bearish on this. Lower low, lower high from last week. We're inside of consolidation, but struggling. And this is the demand zone from prior, this green horizontal line. In the history, there were buyers here in the past, and we're heading back down there. So the bias is short right now, and we'll see if we break that. If we break that, the struggle is real. Metals, gold, also bearish, staircase pattern, lower low. Red for the week, lower low, lower high. Inside the consolidation, but still lower low and lower high from prior week. That was inside candle, indecision, broke below that. That's very bearish. And we're just shy of retesting this prior demand zone. Be interesting if we're going to break below that or if we're bounce off that. Yep. Look at the equity indexes now. The S&P 500. This is the current candle for the week. Huge trading range. We already broke below the middle of this consolidation. That's bearish. We're not closed yet for the week. We'll see on Friday what happens, but that's bearish. NASDAQ 100, just shy of touching the mid-range here. Dow Jones Industrial Average, yep, broke below this consolidation. That's bearish. So if we look on those 3 equity indexes, all red for the current week, going down. Look at the Russell 2000 small cap stocks. Last week was an inside candle. And this week we broke below it. Did a total 180 from prior weeks going up into a consolidation and broke below it and filled. So now we're back inside this prior consolidation. Same with the Dow Transports. Broke below this consolidation and coming into this prior consolidation, which is demand zone here. We'll see if buyers step in before the end of the week. And the Dow Utilities, higher high as well higher low. So it's in a consolidation. It's one of the stronger equity indexes. When we zoom in on the weekly charts, you can clearly see how it's not so bad off, the Dow Utilities, as the other stocks. The Dow Utilities, it's not considered growth, People buy, they pour money in here for you, dividends that may be paid every month, every 3 months, or maybe every year. Different companies pay it different, but they're not expecting income. I mean, growth. Growth stocks are like the NASDAQ 100, the Russell 2000. Yeah, so this is considered a safe haven. So the smart money's been rotating out of these stocks for some time. Very concerning. Look at the financials, the banks. The banks loan money to businesses and expect returns to have their portfolio and wealth grow. Businesses are bad. The banks might be suffering. We've gone over this several times. I've been bearish the banks. They've been struggling. Alpha, X-ray, Papa. American Express, huge move down, broke below a swing low, broke below consolidation, coming into another swing low. I still would not be buying banks here. Bravo, Alpha, Charlie, Bank of America, lower low, lower high, in a consolidation. Charlie, City, broke below the swing low. Yep. A lot of distribution, smart money selling here. Goff, Sierra, Goldman Sachs, huge move down for the week, nearing the low of the consolidation and coming into a swing low. JP Morgan, huge sell-off. Last week rejected what was a supply area. This was a supply area. History shows buyers were closing positions here or shorts were coming in. Went into it last week, tested it, and history repeated itself. It didn't go higher. It failed to close above that. So the smart money was unloading it, selling. And that's what happened this week. It's gone lower. Mike, Echo Tango, MetLife, also a huge sell-off. Morgan Stanley, similar to the other ones, huge sell-off. Uniform Sierra Bravo as well too. Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie, one of the bad kids on the block. Wells Fargo broke below this consolidation area, very bearish. Yes, that was consolidation area. We broke below it, a huge change down. We may see history repeat itself. History repeat itself, where this bank may end up selling off sections or be broken to smaller ones, maybe like what happened to Merrill Lynch, Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers, Washington Mutual. If you remember any of those companies during the real estate bubble. Yeah, Wells Fargo is a bad kid, struggling, bad leadership. Bravo, Kilo, Bank of New York, similar to the other ones, huge sell-off. Sierra, Tango, Tango, State Street as well. So we see all the banks are struggling. Let's look at the FANG stocks, the ones that are considered growth, the ones that have been the winners practically for like the last 10 years, maybe longer. You heard me right. These stocks are growth stocks, and they've been winners for the majority of the past years for growth going higher and higher. Here's Facebook, inside candle for the week, indecision. Also, it's inside consolidation. And there's the high of the past 12 months. It's struggling. Amazon as well too. Here's the swing high, the high for the past 12 months, and here we are, inside candle for the week. Not as bad as the banks. So again, Facebook and Amazon, not as bad as the banks, but they're trending down. Apple, red for the week, already broke below the low of last week. It's struggling. Netflix, really bad child. Yeah, huge sell-off last week. We made a lower low this week. Google, huge move down. Last week broke up above the 1600 and now full retracement. Bravo Alpha, the best one of the FANG stocks, made an all-time high this week. Now it's back below that. Higher high, higher low. Tesla, also lower low, lower high. It's in a tight consolidation here. November Victor Delta Alpha, lower low, lower high. So looking at all these stocks here, the best performing one for this week is the only one that made a new high for the past 12 months. Bravo Alpha. It's a Chinese-based company. So maybe China is doing a better recovery, better policies than the United States is. That's just reflecting here in the stocks. Into in, we'll look at software. Oracle, huge down, broke below acceleration. Microsoft had earnings last night or this overnight. Huge sell-off for the week, back inside acceleration. Whiskey Oscar Romeo X-ray Kilo work, also huge move down. And Uber and Lyft struggling. You just saw a broad view of the weekly charts. And this week will be the ending of another full month. Expect smart money doing more rotation.